So what took place in the world of multifamily residential housing units in Las Vegas Valley in January of 2022? Let's find out. Let's dig right into the numbers. I am Justin Miller with the Chong Miller Group, and this is the Condos and Townhomes resale residential market update for January 2022. We're going to go ahead and start with condos, and of course first we look at pricing. So price for condos in January, $214,000 at the median. Now that's down. It's down $1,000 from the $215,000 in December. It's down 0.5%. That is actually up, however, very considerably. It's up 32.3% from where we were in January of 2021, $161,750. So we are sort of at a little temporary plateau here, basically flat at the price that we had achieved the prior month. We're at $214,000. So that's pricing. So what about the number of condos that were sold? So condo resales in the Las Vegas Valley in January 2022, 419. Now that's down. It's down considerably. It's down 14.1% from December of 2021 when we had 488 condos that transacted. But I will point out that 419, the number we had in January, that's actually the most January condo sales that have ever taken place in the Las Vegas Valley. You cannot find another January that had more condo sales in the history of the Las Vegas Valley. So it was actually a really strong January. And by the way, January is generally the weakest month for unit sales because unit sales generally follow contract writings or pendings by 1 month. And pendings, or contracts being written, are generally the weakest in December of all of the year because people generally are not looking for properties around Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's and or whatever other holidays. And so they're not generally looking, they're not generally writing contracts. And so pendings in December generally are pretty weak. Hence January sales are pretty weak. Well, what did pendings look like in December? 426. So effectively, all but 7 of the contracts that were written closed in January. So it was actually a very strong January, strongest January ever. And almost all of the pendings that had been written in December actually ended up closing in January. All right, so that's actually really strong, right? Strongest January ever. Definitely not a collapsing housing market for condos. What about number of units for sale? Problematic. 314 condos were for sale at the end of January of 2022. That is down 15.6% from the 372 condos that were available for sale at the end of December 2021. It's a record low number. In the digital MLS, so going back to 2006, there's not been any month of any month and any year that's had this few condos for sale, 314. We're down 64.8% from the 892 condos that were available for sale at the end of January 2021. And that took us into an inventory problem as we progressed through the year 2021 and led us to a whole series of record high prices as we went through the year 2021. Well, at those stable prices, we are now down 2/3, 64.8%, from where we were at inventory for condos last year at this time. We are in an acute inventory crisis for condos. And let me put this into a different sort of conceptual structure. There are approximately 2.3 million people who live in the Las Vegas metropolitan area. The majority of that is Las Vegas Valley, and that's how I refer to it. Actually, the MLS area is a little bit larger, and so the data incorporate Pahrump and Mesquite and Searchlight, and so areas around the Las Vegas Valley as well. But those are relatively really small numbers. Almost all of the population, and consequently almost all the housing units, and consequently almost all the housing transactions are within the valley proper. And so I use the terms synonymously, even though they're not identical. So 2.3 million people in the Las Vegas Valley. And for that 2.3 million people, there's 314 condos for sale. It's just a staggeringly small number of condos available for sale. It is. Now remember, condos, the way it's defined for the data set, does not include high rises. So these are your more traditional condos you'll find throughout the valley. These are regular housing units for regular people, and there's only 314 of them. Well, we do, of course, get new houses, new condos into inventory, new listings. So how many were there? There were 420 in January. That's up some from December. Again, normal seasonal patterns would suggest that January starts to strengthen in terms of new listings and new pendings, while exhibiting the lowest number of actual transactions because they were based on the pendings from December. So it's up 12.3% from the December number of 374. But problematically, it's down 6.3% from the 448 new condos into inventory in January of 2021. Remember, January of 2021 was setting us up for problematic inventory problems. Was setting us up for inventory problems as we progress through the year 2021. Folks, we're already there. In the condo market, we have started 2022 with acutely low inventory. We need more condos in this market, whether they're new construction coming in, which takes a long time, or it's individuals who decided that they want to sell their units for various reasons. And if you're looking to sell, please reach out to us. I mean, we can get you a really good price on your condo because there aren't many condos available for sale. So please, this is a really big problem. We have 314 condos available for sale in the Las Vegas Valley. That's it. We got 420 new ones listed, but we only have standing inventory of 314. That 420 new listing, well, that was eaten up with the 419 sold that we had during the course of the year. So anyhow, that's where we stand for condos, for condo resales in the Las Vegas Valley. I'm Justin Miller with the Chong Miller Group. I produce these videos to put valuable real estate information into the public domain. If you find these videos to be interesting, helpful, or have usable content, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And as they say in the YouTube universe, please smash the like button. That way I'll know to continue to produce videos like this. Thank you. And now back to our show. What about townhouses? Townhomes are a different category of multifamily residential. And I segregate them because they are actually a different category. They're a different population of product. And the buyers may or may not be the same. The product itself is definitely distinct. Median sale price for townhomes in the Las Vegas Valley in January of 2022, $300,000. Now, that is down. It's the first drop in 12 months. It's down from 307,000, or down 2.3%. So there's some, if you will, backfilling in the marketplace right now in terms of pricing. The market may have gotten a little bit ahead of itself with an approximate 32% price increase last year. And so prices have come down $7,000. In fact, it means that actually year over year, to the end of January 2021 to the end of January 2022, we saw a little bit more constraint. We saw only a 22.4% price increase from the $245,000 level in townhomes at the end of January 2021. So first drop in prices in 12 months, but a pretty small month. And looking at what's actually going on in the marketplace since the end of January, prices are definitely not coming down. This is just simply the mix of what happened to be in the market at the time. All right, what about townhomes sold? 273 townhomes sold in January 2022. That's down. It's down 13.6% from the 316 that sold in December of 2021. And now normally, again, we expect seasonally a slowdown in closings in January because it's contingent on contracts written in December, and generally contracts written or pendings in December are the lowest of the year. Well, there were 285 pending townhome transactions at the end of December, and 273 of them closed, so all but 12 effectively. There could be some slight difference in which particular product, because somebody could have come in and closed a townhome really quickly in January. But generally speaking, we would expect to see high correlation between pendings written and closings the following month. So pendings in December, 285, and closings in January, 273, high level of correspondence. So as we would expect. This is actually up though. It's up from January of 2021, 257 closings. It's up 6.2%. So this is actually a really strong January in the townhouse market as well, just as we saw in condos. What about for sale? 181 townhomes for sale at the end of January 2022 in a city of in an area of 2.3 million people. 181 townhomes. This is down 18.5% from the number of townhomes that were available or sitting in inventory for sale at the end of December of 2021. This is a record low number. This is down 60.5% from the 458 townhomes that were available for sale at the end of January 2021, where January 2021 took us into a year of acutely low inventory in the townhome market. We're already there. We are already there. 181 townhomes for 2.3 million people. Obviously not all 2.3 million people are looking for townhomes, but more than 181 are. We have an acute inventory crisis in the townhome market. And that will propel prices higher throughout this year. Irrespective of level of demand, and in reality, we have high demand. We have high demand because townhomes are actually great places to live. They're relatively low maintenance in that you don't have large yard issues. They may very well have garages, unlike condos. They give you the benefits of living in a multifamily environment. They're a fantastic product, and we don't have enough of them for sale. What about new into market? No help here. New into market, 309 townhomes came into the market in January. That's down. That's up. It's up 21.7% from the 254 that came into the market in December. But again, into market in December, just like pendings in December, generally those are the weakest of the year. We're down 7.8%. from where we were in January of 2021, where we had 335 new townhomes coming into the market. So we're not getting any help on our inventory crisis with new into market, at least in January of this year. This is a problem. We have an inventory crisis for townhomes. Frankly, we have an inventory crisis that's now completely apparent in condos as well. In multifamily housing units, resale in the Las Vegas Valley, right? We add them together, the 314 and the 181, so 495 495, less than 500 multifamily housing units sitting in inventory at the end of January across both segments, townhomes and condos, in an area of 2.3 million people. If you have a townhome or a condo and you're thinking about selling it, please reach out to us. We can position your property as best as possible to be able to get you the most that you can get out of that property by staging it, by cleaning it, by decluttering it, by marketing it properly, by creating exactly those issues that you need to be able to maximize the value of your investment. And why might you sell in a low inventory environment? Because you can get a good price. And maybe you want to do something else. Maybe you want to move to a single family home where inventory is bad, but not quite as bad. Or maybe you happen to be leaving the area. Or maybe your family dynamic has changed and you've got 2 properties and you'd like to downsize to 1. Or maybe the particular property you're in isn't actually a great fit for you in terms of what you need in the environment that we actually live in. And you'd like to change the particular property that you're at. Please reach out to us. We can help you maximize your value with the least inconvenience and in the quickest time possible. And if you're a buyer in this market with inventory this low, you can't just go out willy-nilly and expect you're going to succeed, because there are professionals out there, meaning professional real estate agents, who know what they're doing, who are going to be able to outcompete you all the time. You need to have professional representation. And ideally, you need to have professional representation who really understands how to work in an extremely tight competitive market. And we do at the Chong Miller Group. We help clients get into contracts on condos and townhomes all the time. And we're very successful at getting them into those contracts and then getting them through the contracts, because some of these contracts don't work in the end. There are appraisal problems, or there are inspection problems, or there are other things that interfere in the ability to close a transaction. We can help to make sure that your transactions are more secure. So I am Justin Miller with the Chong Miller Group. We help people buy and sell homes, including condos and townhomes. If you're in the market to buy, or you're in the market to sell, or you're thinking about buying or selling, please reach out to us. Talk with us, engage us in a discussion to figure out whether or not we're the right match for you, because we could be really helpful to you in your property endeavors. I look forward to talking with you. Thank you.